Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. Maybe the last Caretaker. I literally just broke my headset. Oh, plugging it in. You know, I plug it in, I unplug it, I plug in my speakers like multiple times a day. And I've been using this headset for at least the last 10 years. Testing if I can hear. I got some old ones that I used to use back in the old days. That really sucks. The little tip broke off on the, it's got the left, right, and microphone. Well, the tip broke off where you plug it in. Anyway, as you can see, I made my way over to Lazarus because of this. Right after I ended the last episode, I researched what that place was. It opens up after you launch your first rocket, so there's nothing else for us to do there. I did some looting, whatever, and got out of there and got over to here. So we're not missing anything there. That door doesn't open until later on, till we launch something. Now, the other thing I looked into was these guys here. Stabilizers. They don't have to go on the side. They can go... I got one there and one here, not plugged in. I got one here and one here plugged in. Now, when I drove over here, I had all four of those plugged in. I had one on the side here plugged in, and I had one here on the side not plugged in, and it was totally smooth sailing. These things pull 8K each. That's why I left two on. I unplugged those back ones. 8K each, like nonstop. That's a lot. Anyway, so we got that figured out. Something weird happened on the way here, and it may have been happening... when at the beginning of that video, when we left and went over to that place, my top speed was 27 instead of 41. Now, maybe they changed it in that update. Like, oh, look, they're going too fast from place to place. Let's slow them down. I hope that's not it. And the only other thing I can think of was the weight that I've added slowed me down. Anyway, because of that, I went ahead and finally I upgraded these. These were at level 2. I upgraded them to level 3 because I can tell you this, the difference between, 27 isn't much faster than we were going on just electric power early on in the game. And it's too damn slow. It's too slow. Like, I'm like, yeah, it takes no time to get all the way back up to Black Vein up there and get some fuel. No, it sucked. It really sucked. All right. That being said, here's what we're going to do. We're here at Lazarus. Now, I don't care if you're supposed to do this here or not. I'm going to do it, and if not, then we'll figure out what we need to change later. Okay, so I did come inside with parts and pieces, and I repaired the other 3 of these finally. It took... what was that, 15, I think 20 titanium, and then, a bunch of other stuff. So it took a lot to repair these, but all of these are repaired. If you look down there where I was talking about, I went ahead and repaired the things that were sitting there, which is 4 pumps, 1 purifier, and I left them there. And then in that room up there was I thought it was the Soli Forge, but I guess it's the food processor. I went ahead and repaired it, took it down, and brought it to here. So this is the food processor. So we have to build a Soli Forge, or Soli Forge Prime here. Let's see. So that's the regular Soul Forge, and this is the Soul Forge Prime. Just this one actually, it's just slower. This one's a little faster, I guess. And this one puts out methane. This one puts out methane. I don't know why I would try and collect that here. I guess if you had this on your ship, you would definitely collect that. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, here we go again, second guessing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to build one of those here, right? We're going to build a bunch of crates here, bring our bio in. We're going to run some power. So we got power way up there. We're going to run it maybe down this ladder. Or maybe I can use the There's not a lot of room there on that lift. I was going to say maybe we could use the lift. And then we got the power coming in here, so we'll tie these two together and then see how that works out. So first things first, we can get the parts we need for Soil Forge Prime. Bring in some stuff for making crates. And then make sure I have stuff to make the power conduit connectors. Woo! I think I've been missing something on this too, by the way. So like if I want to build something, say like this, if you click, it says add all parts to queue. Instead of me going, all right, this is what it needs, and I go up here and I'm clicking on. You guys probably saw that 15 videos ago, even though we're not on video 15. But this will make it easier. The good thing about doing it this way is that it should kick out everything I need. You know, we'll see if there's 2 connector ports and 2 alloy frames in here. There's a connector port there. There's an alloy frame. There's a connector port. So if it kicks out everything I need, that's the time when you're like, well, is it over here? Do I need to make it? If I leave, is it in my inventory? So there's 4 items there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items there. Okay, there's 5 items. That's the power core. So that should be everything we need to build this guy. Now, we're going to need, for these guys, we need alloy frames and display screens. So, see how many, here's some alloy frames. I already got 2 here. There's 5 display screens. 18 alloy frames. That will overload me. Yeah. Click, 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 click. Any more displays? How many display screens do they need? I think just 1. Let's see. Where are you? 1 to 4 ratio. So we got 5. If we can find 1 more, wouldn't hurt. None there. Well, looks like we're going to start with 5. Yeah. Okay, we'll start with 5. So that we should be able to build that and that. I'm at 95%. So how much cable? I only have 25 meters of cable. We're going to need to build a fair amount of that. 5, 5, 5, and 5, and 5. Let's at least get started with that. We're going to bring, if I bring 100 of these, split, we'll bring 50 of those and 50 of those. Okay. All right, we'll just grab a couple of these, and we're going to have some trips back and forth, so be ready. Be ready. Shouldn't be too bad, though. Man, it's really weird. This headset is so different. It's louder. It's definitely louder. This headset's got to be at least 12 years old, but it is a Sennheiser. Not as comfortable on my head. The other one was built for comfort. But this is open back still, which, you know, your ears don't get heated up, which is good. I think, let's see, which one of these, maybe they both might need water. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to. All right, this one does input of electricity and organic. Okay, and then the food processor must need, wait, is that input bioorganic, electricity, and fresh water? This does need fresh water too. Okay, and then where is the other one? This guy? Food processor. Just electricity. What? No, that's not right. Anyway. The fresh water is going to be over here on this side. I wonder if I should bump this over to this side. Let's do this. Let's build this guy here. All right, the Soul Forge prime. Let's see, what does it look like? That's the front of it. That's the back of it. It looks like it's just going to kick stuff out. So actually we don't want this to be right up against it because we could lose stuff. Maybe about there. I think I did read something about that this doesn't have any kind of catch tray, and this looks like a zigzag and a horn that just goes pong, pong, and shoots it out. You know, it'd be cool if it actually shot it out into this, but that's not how that works. All right, now I think I don't know, maybe right here. Let's see. Build. Okay. Or we'll do it by side like that. Oh, those are different levels. How many did I get? 5? I think that's all the display screens I have. Yeah. So the reason why I thought over here, I was going to bring the water up and do tanks there, but I'm like, look, you know what's here? There's a recycler and a builder here. I can bring in like some things like, you know, a bunch of iron, copper, and everything else. Maybe that might be the best thing to do. That's why I was thinking about doing the power first to get some power down here. This power here, I don't know exactly how much. I don't think this tells you. That's outputting 500 watts, inputting 500 watts. That's just what it's using right now. I don't remember what we put up here. I guess we could go have a look-see. You guys know, it's like, you ever change, like, I don't know, a chair, drive a different car, wear a different hat, new pair of shoes. Like, maybe you had work boots that you wore, like, for years. I did. I had Red Wings. They lasted forever. Then when you get a new pair, it's like, oh, for a little while, it's weird. That's what this headset is to me, because it literally just happened. Wow, those suckers are spinning during this storm. Okay, not a lot. 3 Lumi mids, which are, let's see. I gotta try and get an idea. I think that scanner on my ship, we might be able to actually scan this place to see the power. When we go back down there, I'll take a look at that. See if we can actually utilize. So Lumi mids are 6K each, and these guys are 5K each. So 15 over there and 18 over here. Okay, 15 and 18, maybe. But remember, look, this is before we had bulkhead fittings, right? You could bulkhead through the wall. Possibly if this thing's hanging over, you could have bulkhead through there, but I'm not going to mess with it. It's here. Now, I do have stuff up top. So I'm gonna, maybe I should write that down. I'm going to just take a guess here and say that we had 15 and 18, right? We're going to go with 15 and 18 there. These apparently take a lot of power, and it's over a period of time. So people were saying you need almost like 4 batteries down here. So that's something to think about too. Take this guy up. It's faster. But when we come back down, I mean, no, I can't run it in there. I'm going to have to like climb the ladder down. Remember when I fell down there? I'm gonna have to climb the ladder down and put it along the side. And luckily it's just gonna be it's just gonna be electrical. It's not gonna be like fuel and everything, so, but it's a long way down. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Yeah, this is gonna be by far the longest thing I've ever run. Holy cow. Let's see if it's worth it. I mean, it's got to be worth it, right? Because I got to add, otherwise I have to add a bunch of stuff out there. And who knows what kind of solar that thing out there on the edge ever gets. So we have 3, 4, we have 5, and those were what? 5 each. We have 5 of the mids. This set this. Okay, so 25 more of that. Plus 25. And then we have those 3. Those 2, that's 5. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So we have another plus 30. Okay. And then I have 1 battery in here. 1 medium battery. Which is on equalize, and this is on equalize, and this is on equalize. So wherever I grab this to go down, these should all be on equalize, but anything coming from here should be inputs. So that's equalizing, both inputs equalizing. So from here, we're gonna go from here. All right, let's start it up right here. Nope, don't get caught there. Oh my god, that was a knot. Really? Yeah, stinking pretzel, dude. That's better. Like a pretzel. Alright, where... Oh, the ladder's down there. Oh, this is not... Oh, there's the ladder right there. Oh, lordy, that's a long way down. Okay. Put one there. Put one there. So at... Yeah, that's 55K coming from up here. Plus... Oh, we have one medium battery up here. So this is definitely worth the haul. I'm gonna run out of cable before I get anything accomplished here, though. Okay. All right, how much cable? We have no cable. We're out of cable. That's okay. See, if I go down every 2 line, like 1, 2, every 3rd line, maybe. That's 1, 2, 3. We'll go down every 3rd line. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just when you think you're actually there, you're not anywhere close. Okay, almost. I really need to... Huh. Oh, I thought I was there. Okay. Ah! I'm not there yet! Oh, lordy. That's one. We'll put one here. And we'll move this one over there. Ah, we made it. Okay. Bring that sucker out to here. And we'll stick with that for now. All right. The other thing, I mean, I was going to say, you know what? if you wanted to make a quote home base beside your ship, but you know, not counting your ship, your boat, if you wanted to make a home base, like, you know, I talk about fuel, I talk about power, I talk about water, methane, food. Look at this area here. Like, dude, you could line crude oil tanks up here, right? Do a refiner here, and then if you wanted to go way over there, but then just diesel tanks and fuel tanks all here. Then over here you could do rocket fuel, you could do food, you could do all kinds of stuff right here. And then power too, you know, like maybe you do power. I don't know, it's just an idea. Just an idea. All right, we've already got a fair amount of stuff done here, so better say I have no cable to do that with, so let's go ahead and just save it anyway. Back it up. Oh, look, someone played 2 hours ago. I think it's been more than 2 hours, but whatever, we can round it down. All right. So we need this stuff. And that is only 30. Whoa. Oh, I guess this thing, it piles up in there. All right, when we go to take the bio, that's all we're going to be able to take. So we'll kind of do that a little bit later after we get this power set up. You know, got so much this stuff in here. Let's see what we can put in here. Okay. Okay, that's full now. Let's see, what do we have? We have that, those, that guy. Be nice to match things up a little bit. Connectors, and if I take those connectors out, we can put that up there, which matches. We got 16 connectors. We've got logic chips. We've got filtering system and no coils. Okay, that's good. It's just a little bit of organization. Okay, 60 feet is nowhere near. Now we have 115 feet. So what does it take to make cables? Copper and plastic. So if we take some... Let's see. If we take some iron, copper. All right. Let's do 100 of those. And let's do 100 of those. And 100 of those. Iron, copper, plastic. What else? What else might we need? Copper and plastic. Iron and plastic. We're going to need some of these guys. Battery cell, connector ports. We have everything. 3 alloy frames. Always low on alloy frames. All right. Let me take this guy and parts to queue. See if we can bring enough to make 2 of those guys. Clong, cling, clong, cling. This is interesting. I'm kind of winging this. Normally I would do like a little bit more preparation and thought, but whatever, dude. Let's just have some fun with it and see what we can make. The good thing up there is, like I said, it's this. I have this, so I have so much stuff. I could take, you know, like 100 or 200 of each element, and then take like, oh, I don't know, 20 titanium, 20 carbon fiber, which I don't think I'm going to need that stuff. And then be able to kind of make whatever we need inside there. Okay. Now that should be enough to make 2 of these guys. So battery cells was the one thing I was missing before, was battery cells. So it's 2, and I have 4. So if I make... five of those. And then I need to get some more connectors. Let's split out 5. Split out another 5. Okay. And then some logic chips. Let's just split that in half and take 4 of those. And then I need 4 of those. We'll see how close we get. Okay, let's go. We'll see just how close we get. You losers, get out of here. Losers. Ho. Here we go. Hey. Because I'm going to need to make water tanks, and I may need to make a second purifier. It's got 4 pumps down here. If you look down here, it's got 4 pumps and 1 purifier. So if I make another purifier, and then I'm going to route up that ladder and get up here, and then I'll put the tanks up here, like right through here. And they can come over to this and to the other thingy. All right, what did we bring up? We brought up batteries. Where are we going to want to put all this power? Well, we can just do it right here if we want. Let's see how many batteries we can make. We can definitely make 3. What's the over and under on us making 4? All right, we can make 4. Okay. Do 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 do. That one's right about there. Okay. To there. To there. Then we're gonna climb. We're gonna climb the ladder. Wish me luck. Arms in the way. If you wondered how I did it on the oil platform, this is how I did it. Except on the oil platform, I used it next to the lift, and I just started and stopped the lift. But it's actually kind of easier. It flows a little bit better on the ladder. 66 remaining. Give me the hose. Yes. Haha. All right, we're flowing. We are officially flowing from there. Now we'll tie it in with this other one over here and see just how much juice we can get a flowing. I didn't really do any calculations as far as what we got, other than we've got 55, 65. We've got 70, 80, 88 kW, I believe. 88 kW. Does that sound right? Okay, from there to there, from there to there. This drained that battery that's up there. That's what it's doing. It's equalizing with the existing battery. Okay, now we want to get that power brought over. Let's see. We're gonna... You know, I guess I could just run here, maybe? Okay, there's that. We need to power up these two things. Maybe. Well, actually, we don't really need to power up the grinder because I've already ground everything here. We might need that thingy. Alright, let's just go right over here. Oh, it doesn't like to be on this stuff, huh? That's not good. Oh, it goes right there. Okay. Little power action. Oh. All right, we are out of stuff. So what I need to do is maybe take this one. Wait, I can do it in my inventory. But I can't do anything while I'm doing it, so give me a second. Oh, I think I'm gonna move that thing over there, but I'm gonna just wait a minute on that one. Okay, now these are flowing and charging these guys from up top, so that's good. We need a fuel fabricator. These things are so cool. Okay, now that's going good. Now the next thing we're going to need is a bunch of cables. So I think what I'll do is for now, while that stuff's charged, I'm going to leave this here. We've got fuel cable. We don't really need fuel. So I can leave those back on the boat. Let's leave some electrical cable here, and we'll leave some of these thingies here, and then we'll start putting in whatever we get from here. All right, that looks good. So right now, I like to get the power built first because you can see it's trying to charge the batteries. And that's, I mean, obviously the batteries are going to be charged long before we're anywhere near needing to use them. But I'm going to need electricity down here. So I'm going to come out of the batteries and run another line in parallel to the water line that heads down. So we're going to have water and electricity running up and down that ladder. Just to run those pumps down there. And if we build enough tanks, we won't need the pumps and the purifier running at the same time. We'll should have enough stored in the tanks to create life. Create life, he said. All right, what are we doing here? We're going to put away this. And then what do we got? We've got gas cable. We don't want gas. We want water cable right now. And I need to make more water cables. So let's make some more water cables while we're at it. Okay. then let's bring more stuff up there. So another 100, 100, 100. Let's see, 91 of those. Glass, just in case, some gold. Is that aluminum? That's glass. Wow, the aluminum and glass almost look the same. Got 56 of those. All right, we'll do this. That's 86. That's 100. Top that off. Top that off. Top that off. Okay. Rubber. I don't have any rubber. All right, more gold. 100, 100, 100, 100, 81. Top that guy off. 100 aluminum. Okay, good there. Don't have any of this silicon. And we'll top this guy off at 100. Need some rubber. And some silicon. All right, that should be... I mean, that should be... Oh, I can't move. That should be the basics. And the reason why I'm doing that is so I can use this up there. Jeez Louise. 230 kilos out of... Yeah, so that's a lot. That's oh, that's a lot. Okay. Fear not, people. I'm sprinting. I'm literally on the sprint right now. I dropped off everything else. I actually don't need my... You know, I don't need my guns with me right now, or my backpack. There shouldn't be any enemies in here. I could dump that stuff. Ammo. Grenades. Let's see what's in here. My guns. All right, let's dump our guns. Remove. Remove. And unequip. Oh, that thing's too heavy. Okay. I can move a little better. Just a little bit. Okay. Backup complete. That's amazing. What is my weight at now? Still 230. Wow. Wait a second. People told me that those guns weighed a lot. I thought they weighed like 10 kilos each, but why? I think I grabbed extra hoses. That's okay. I don't got that far to go. We'll offload all the raw materials, and then whatever we need to make, we'll have that stuff. Except for whatever we need for the water. Now, using the bulkhead fittings here, I have to come up the ladder because that's the only way I can actually climb. Okay, those are filling. We're doing good here. Okay. All right. So just to make sure, for water, we need plastic and iron, and plastic and iron. Okay, perfect. So let's get plastic and iron, and then we'll run up with those guys, and I'm gonna need to make more cable later. Well, let's just get this going down here. Now there is a lift back in here. It actually goes from the floor to up there. You have to stop it manually here, but we're gonna be using this guy, so. Whee! Okay. So if we start, we need water and electric. So electric. How am I going to start this? Let's do electric first. Do one here. This will come up that side there. Then we'll go straight across. Okay, there's that. And then these are going to take electric on this side here. I'm doing this like just to try to try and be like organized. You don't need to do what I'm doing. I don't even know how many of these pumps I'm going to need. Those aren't even in line, are they? They are in line. Okay, so there's that. I guess we can go up with the electric right now. What do we have here? Some lines. Okay. All right, now let's build water. These are going to be uneven. I can't help it, man. Okay, so there's water. Now, does this need water? Needs electricity. Oh yeah, well no, this is actually, yeah, this here, this output here is going to go to there. These are going to be plumbed into here. All right, what is this one? This is the saltwater input, and then this is going to be our output here. So let's do, see if we can do one, if it'll let us do it here. There. There. Okay. Now, from that input, what? I want to build for a second there. Okay. Water. Salt water. Salt water. I forgot I was going to do multiple purifiers. And I was going to bump them out here. There's no reason to have them spread out like that. Okay, that's all those things. I'll bring these across for now. We'll see how this works out. I have no idea what to expect. Input of salt water. Output of regular water. Okay. This is what you guys missed on the oil platform. A whole lot of this. Okay. And then let's see. We're gonna run it down there. So we'll put one right about here. Okay, that's going to be the water. What are we left with? 76. We're doing good. We're doing good now, but I got to make a bunch of cables, more electric cables. Probably, let's see, if we bump, I'm going to bump these things out right now. Water, we'll bump them out to here. Where's that? About right there. It's gonna have to turn that way. I'm gonna turn the electric on the inside of this. Hopefully. Hopefully we can reach that. Okay. That's gonna look goofy. It's too far. It's too far. Okay. That's water to there. Water. Water. This thing's gonna get water. Okay, and then right about here. We'll put electrical. Okay. Do it like this. Do it past it like that. Perfect. Perfectly not perfect, but that's okay. I gotta make more cables. And then this thing, if we move that over here, I guess we can do that now. This is called the food processor. Food processor. Okay, and then it looks like electrical and water go right here. Let's see. Water? Okay. And then electric? That's going to loop in there. That's going to cross that hose, but that's okay. There we go. All right. Let's see if those are close enough to here to draw from. They are. So my crates there are close enough for this to draw, so I don't have to bring it in my inventory. Why was I left with one of these? It must have taken it out of here. Interesting. Take that. Pile the. See, why don't those pile? Why don't those stack on their own? Wow, that stuff could go over the edge too. Look at that. And you can't put stuff too close to the edge. Which is at 75. That's not even close to being enough. But we can start running it. All right, now we want to bring this guy to that guy. Okay, this guy first. Oh, not you. You into there. This guy into there. Okay, food and water. Good to go. Finish this one into there. Okay, so that's water in there, water in there. Start bringing our power cable down till we run out of cable. Really, if you're kind of into organizing your stuff, I've seen some stuff that, oh my god, I don't know how anybody can watch it. Like, they've got cables running all over their boat and just stuff on fire. I'm like, oh my god. I was just trying to get an idea of like what a certain thing does, and I'm like haunted by the images that I saw. Okay, down to there. Water. Let's see how much cable we have. 27. That's not going to be enough. But if you use these things, it's really the only way to make like straight lines or to run two things parallel to each other with two straight lines. I don't know. If you do just a little bit of it, it goes a long way, I think. Personally. 42. Do another 5. Might be enough. Oh, boy. Yeah, so we can use some of that cabling there to power up those two. We can run another one from there to power that. We'll have all those. I don't know if you're going to run all of them at once. Obviously, the first time I ever try and do anything, I'm just going to use one. Because people have had some troubles trying to figure it out. It's not, I guess it's not cut and dry. This is going to drop stuff into here. This thing punts into there, so I don't know. It doesn't go. It doesn't do that. It's just, it doesn't catch. It just dumps on the ground like the what do you call it? The refiner thing, the distillation tower. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna find out right away. If this thing just starts draining our batteries, we're definitely gonna need more supply. Nope, that's not what I want to do. All right, so we're right there. That was my answer right there. Oh my god, that's terrible. I wonder if it'll go up and over that line. Yeah, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that looks terrible. Okay. Let's go a little bit lower then. Or should we go flat? Let's go flat. Yeah, it looks better. Okay, so now we go from here to here. We head off this direction. Maybe a 1-for-1 right now, not worry about more than just this. Okay. See anything about input? I don't know if there's any reason to have more than one pump going with only one of these guys. I'm set up for the rest. I don't think it's going to make it any faster if I push 2 pumps into there. Oh, you see that up the top, Project Jonah? That happened on my way here. I drove by something. Remember the Raps Balls Proving Ground? Apparently, right over, let's see, the boat's over there. So that direction, there is a Shark Tank Proving Ground. Really looking forward to that. I'm thinking about trying maybe that sniper rifle out, see if it's any better. That other one just takes so long to charge up. I never really got any opinions on whether it's oh, derp. You know we haven't made? The stinking tanks. I ran the line straight into the machines. I was supposed to make the tanks. Derp. This line runs straight into the machines. It's not supposed to do that. I was gonna put them right here. All right, let's see if we need anything special to make those tanks. So, water tanks, right? Clean water tanks? What do they look like? This guy? Storage cylinder. We should be able to make all these. Add parts to queue. Add parts to queue. Add parts to queue. Let's do 3 for now. How's our power doing? Not bad. Yeah, I expect to see this thing starting to... Oh, it just actually went up. But you know what? That stuff down there isn't on yet because the pumps aren't on. Their pumps aren't pushing water into tanks yet. Whoop. Now, there is a save in here. I think it's up. I think it's in... There might be a save... No. Something in there. Up in there was the cafeteria where this food processor was. Up there. Haven't got out there. There's a secret room either right there or up in there. You got to go up. And I saw someone use the forklift to get up there. I unlocked it. I went through. I got 22 points left, but I just started from here and just started unlocking everything as I went, other than the things that need quests. Just so we can, when we go into the build menu, we don't have to worry about coming in here. You know, everything should line. It's actually a lot more organized in the build menu than it is in the unlock menu. Is that everything? That works way better, doesn't it? Hitting that Q, like queuing it up. I think I'm going to do them. See, actually, that's pretty close there. Let's do them on this angle here. Okay. So water tanks should be this guy. Oh no. Why does it want to be so far forward? Oh well. Uh-oh. Oh, these things not allowed on this surface. What? It's almost like they would want to be over here. Or here. But that one made it. Why wouldn't this one? Isn't that weird how that one worked, but the... Oh, we can put this one here next to it here. It's hard to tell if they're in line. Okay, well. Oh well. We're gonna just yerk this thing around to here, go from here to here. These are 4,000 liter tanks. Man. What about on here? That might be better. Let's do it that way. My original idea was to put them right here, but I already had those lines run, so... Alright, reconnect this guy. And then we're gonna disconnect this guy. Wait. This is all clean water. We just need storage. I might be able just to connect it here, right? Yeah. Let's try it. There. They just kicked on. So you see the power flowing, you see the water flowing. So these are set up to equalize, so they'll equalize here, which will equalize here, which will go to those machines over there. So we'll let this thing do its thing. Now that that's running, I don't know how much more power that draws, but everything's looking pretty good. Everything's looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and drop all of this stuff off here, and I'm going to go get some bio. So I want to try and see what these bio things are all about. That thing's been sitting there forever, and it's been really bugging me. Not going to be able to bring that much bio. It's heavy. It's heavy. Okay. So I think what I'll try to do is, let's see, in this one here, we've got all the same ones. So let's see, we can grab all of that one, which is going to be omega-3. And then same thing in that one for now. This one here, we want to take all of that stuff. And where's the other one at? This is the other one. This is just fat. So we'll take some fat. Oh, geez, I'm at 377. Yeah, we're not going to be able to move it all if I do that. 226. How slow am I? Oh, 226 isn't bad. We'll just make a couple of trips. Oh, loser. God, those guys are such jerks. I mean, to me, you know what they are? They're leeches. They could be slugs. They could be some weird alien, Earth alien thingy, but I think they're leeches. That's what I'm going with, leech. So while we're doing this, look, we're hopefully charging, right? We got power flowing. We got power flowing from the roof and that deck out there. We got a pump going and a purifier going, and we're gonna haul some bio in here to see what kind of what these things actually do. I've never used either one of these things. I have no idea. Look at that. See, this is why it just filled that sucker up that quick. All right, so we got that. Then we got the other one that has like a mix match of everything in there. And then we've got one with fats. So I tried to get all the unique looking ones into one, but with the weight capacity limit. Okay, see if I can show you where that shark cage was. It's just around the corner a little bit here, but it's like about that far out. But I'm telling you guys, I hope there's not a problem. I hope they didn't like dial the speed down, because with both my electric and diesel running, 27, that's the speed I was getting. See how these are all, there's a bunch of different ones in here. I'm gonna try and take these. Oh, 237. Might need to build some more crates. Yeah, 27. Remember that's why I got all like, oh, I want to go find the crude oil because I want to drive faster. I don't want to putz around this whole area going, I think it was 24, 25 at the time. Now only 27. And if that's an indicator, it can't be, because look, I have half the diesel. I'm carrying half the diesel I was before. So I don't think it's weight, but let's just say it's weight. Then I don't want to add a bunch of stuff to my ship anyway, because going that slow is not cool. I just see a little tiny red line over there. We might want to do another purifier and kick another pump online. All right, let's put this stuff in here. And in here, I guess, whatever. It's not going to work. All right, let's see if I can make another purifier. That probably needs titanium. Maybe not. I wouldn't think a water purifier? What did that look like? It looked like this guy? Water purifier, uncommon. Okay. So we're going to need that. We're going to need some power cables and some water cables. Probably going to need some iron and plastic to make more connectors for the new purifier location. Good? Good. That's just going, it's going pretty slow. I saw the lights on the way by. You see that? That's pretty low. Let's kick another one online. I mean, look, they gave us 4 pumps. We might as well use 2 of them. It's possible. Let's see. All right, so we're going to make that one go. Purifier. Do the switch like that. Got to get that outlet over there. That's fine. It's gonna go there. We're gonna bring this outlet. We got to tie into that guy there. So come out of there into that and into that, and then over into there. Water out. I had a feeling that was going to be super ugly. There. 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 Supply pump to here. Supply pump to there. Okay, then we got all that hooked up. Now I need electric. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get underneath that, am I? There we go. There. That one's green. That one's yellow. I wonder if that pump can't keep up with the purifier. Wow, that thing sounds like there's some monkey wrenches in the gears. I mean, the solution would be to kick another one online, I guess. Okay, now we need electricity. See if that goes yellow now. So when I see that flow die off over there and it's yellow, that makes me think that it's more than keeping up with the purifier. See, it's dying off, and then when it kicks on, it goes green for a split second. This one might be green because it's filling this tank. Only way to figure that out is to do this. Just kick another one online and see what it does. Yeah, that just made that one go yellow. We don't need this one online. See, that one made that one go yellow, like too much supply. When it goes yellow, it's going into dormant. Looks pretty cool down here, though, doesn't it? I mean, look, this is where they want the purifiers if you were building for real, but when you're building like me, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not really straight or accurate or any of the above, but that one is going, flowing. So the output of that's flowing, the output of that's flowing. We're good. Now we got to go check our batteries. If our batteries aren't full right now, that means what we're using is too much. Too much. Let's see how these guys are doing. Oh yeah, those are doing good. And our batteries are full. Yes. We're looking good. All right. How to use this thing? Never hooked up the power to it. Okay, we got power to that. We've got power to that. Now, this... Is there a switch on here? Here it is. This thing, they said there's a throttle. Now, this is the heat, I guess. The heat the machine does. And they said at 100%, it burns more water and more electricity, obviously. It doesn't put out any more. I think the ratio isn't greater, but it's just faster. Whatever that means. Adjusting temperature. Should we do like 22% to start? Let's do that much. Oh, you just throw it in there? Oh. Well, let's start with this stuff. Let's see what this does. Do I like drop it on the ground? Omega-3. 37. So 50 of those made some omega-3. Now, what does this thing do? Oh, I see. Look, vitamin D, calcium, omega-3. All right, that means we got to get this all converted first, right? Let's get this converted first. All right, first things first. I got to maybe dumping stuff on the ground, just make it easier. Kind of weird that you have to do it that way. There's no bloop. Bloop. It is cool this thing caught it though, huh? I guess the bigger the package, the better the Christmas gift. Look at that little fella. That's the gift that I get right there. This is what everybody else gets, and I get the block of coal in the small package. Okay, we'll look at all this stuff after we finish. Oops, that was me. So, let's look at the water, because I kind of want to ramp that sucker up. Water's doing good. Let's get that heat up. 100%, baby. 100%. Whoa. Alright, let's not pile up here, baby. Can this thing be any louder? Just wondering. The other thing we can do is bring our food and our memories off to clear those 3 teddy bear containers, right? What's in here? Nothing in there. This guy's full of maybe some unique stuff we can get. For a second there. Some of these piles just aren't that much. blobs looking at him up close are kind of gross. You know, I was just thinking, we're making humans and I'm seeing this blob of goo. But yeah, all the memories can come in here. And also the few foods that I have, you know, I have some of these things that I've found in secret spots. You know, it doesn't feel like this thing's making a whole lot of stuff. Like, I feel like I just went through a whole lot of stuff. I don't know, we'll see. That one's empty. That one's empty, as you can see from the top. One, and we still got stuff there. Okay, so let's see. What if we do something a little closer here? Doesn't matter if it's closer. I'm still gonna have to pick it up, throw it on the ground, you know? I'm thinking something that looks cool, like just don't want to go on that line, do you? Put about 4 of them right there. We're gonna need alloy frames and display screens. 16 of those. Four of those. We're gonna need more. Need more stuff. More stuff, please. Because of bringing in the teddy bear stuff. The teddy bear stuff, though, is like way lighter. And the food. So we'll have that as like biomass over there. As soon as the display screen start coming out, that'll start building over there. It should. Where the display screens at, man? Look, this is payback to you guys for me not showing you all this at the oil refinery. It's exactly what I was doing. Figuring out what new machines work, how to run lines. This is pretty cool, I think. Still kicking out alloy frames. It should start building when they're done. Loser. Oh, that looked like something different coming out now. Yep, there's a display screen. Didn't take 2. What are you doing? There. Hello. How are you? Why don't you build yourself? Okay, cool. Cool story, bro. I should finish the rest of those. Ha-ha! Whee! Alright. These are going to be goo containers. So the goo containers were green, if I'm not mistaken. Goo. Green. E. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Goo. Okay. And more goo. Okay, and one last time, a goo. Okay, goo, 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 goo. I should have done gaga there, right? Stupid. God, you're dumb. Okay. All right, let's see. We'll leave those there. We're going to leave these here for now. Because I think that this, yeah, these are going to be, these are kind of heavy. We start making that, we can do food. What do I have? 4 and 2. Let's see. over here. We can start making memory ones. I don't have enough stuff, but whatever. Build. I should actually only need 3 for this one because... Actually, I don't even think I need 3 for that one because of the amount of... Plenty of display screens. I'm just going to need some more alloy frames. What this is going to do is going to not necessarily free up space on the boat, but it's going to make me not have to add more space for the green containers or the pink containers. Hope. Okay, so this is going to be, call this Teddy, and you are the pinky. Okay. And you, is that the right pink that I use? It's kind of looks different in this lighting. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like the right one. We'll go with it. Look, the idea of color coding, you don't really have to name them. You know, if you know what you're doing, you don't need to name them because you know green is bio, Teddy, blue is resources, turquoise is rare, right? All right, let's go. Now, as far as goo goes, let's see what I can take out of here to put into here. Now, yeah, I might be able to get it all. Nope. Sorry, Charlie. All right, yeah, we don't have any more goo. Probably should. Obviously, the one that we get the most of, oddly enough, with the things we've been killing, is the omega-3. And second to that would be the fat, right? And then those other specialty ones are probably the, like the flying bio dudes, the radiation bio dudes, stuff like that. I don't have a cord again. Back it up, sucker. Okay. Woo! Alright. Let's see where we're at on goo. We got all this. G that in. Okay, and then in here, more of the specialty stuff. And yeah, whoa, that's a lot. I'm going to take this, and then we're going to do a reorg in here. I'm going to keep some, I don't know. I think I should keep some fat on board. Just in case, like, say I run out of petrol or something, you know? Or, I mean, diesel, but if I run out of diesel, I'll just turn to electric and cry. But if I run out of petrol, for the gyro or for my flamethrower or for flame grenades, whatever it is, we can at least use some biomass to make some petro. You guys from the US, you know, we call it gasoline or gas. Because like in Europe, they use, like, actually most of the places around the world use a lot more diesel vehicles than we do. Like cars. You know, in the United States, we think of diesel, we think of trucks. You know, the big transport trucks, we think of, you know, Ford, Chevy, Ram, all those big diesel trucks, right? You know what? We could just chuck this stuff in right now. We think of the... Wow, it was literally pushing me back. That's rude. That one looks the grossest. I like throwing things. 100 fat. I just don't want these things falling over the edge. Anyway, in Europe and a lot of other countries around the world, they use a lot of diesel, like Volkswagen, you know, Mercedes diesels. It's prominent in other countries. So my whole point to that story was they call it petrol, not gas, because they're so used to diesel as like as more of a primary than gas. So that's why. Story time with Meaty. You know, I'm not sure I would want to be eating any of this crap that I'm making, but we just won't tell the little babies. We won't tell the babies. All right, let's organize the bio. Let's grab the food that we do have. We can start to get an idea of what we have. We don't have that much. And apparently there's different types of humans that we can grow based off traits and height, weight, all that stuff based off these nutrients that we're getting right now. All right, what do we got in here? That is all the omega-3. That is all omega-3. Let's take all of this. And then this is a mix match. Okay. And that's empty. And that is fat and omega-3. And that over there is a mix match. We'll take the unique looking stuff. All right, how much weight do we have on board? 321 of... Wow. Okay. Well, now I did it. Now I did it. Petrol to me, though, but you know, working in the industry, it's funny. You know, names. We all have nicknames and slang for things, but petrol is short for petroleum, right? Which is weird because diesel's petroleum too. They're petroleum products. So saying petrol versus gas. If you ever seen like that distillation tower over there, they call them hydrocrackers. They crack out the crude oil, and they crack out like some of the first things that crack out will be like your kerosenes, stuff like that. Low flash point, but they burn hotter. There's different things that they do. Well, to get to like premium unleaded and avgas, aviation fuel, picture a hydrocracker being a tower, and then picture little things just coming out of it every like 10 feet, right? And that's how they crack out. At the very top is going to be your premiums and your avgas, aviation gas, not jet fuel. Jet fuel is down toward the bottom. It's jet fuel, kerosene, Jet A, JP5, all that stuff is, I guess the way to best explain it is diesel's a lot harder to catch on fire, but once you do, it burns hotter and longer. Regular gasoline, the vapors, like you can put a match, this isn't legal advice. You can almost throw a match into a bucket of diesel and it'll just put the match out, right? You do that with gasoline, it's the vapors coming off is what will catch fire. So that's why overlanders in other countries love to have diesel vehicles because they can haul extra fuel. Hauling extra diesel cans is way safer than hauling unleaded fuel. Like way safer. Not safe, period, but just safer. Way safer. It's the vapors that'll get you on those other ones. They're just very volatile. You can look up online if you want at flash points. Look, like look at the difference of flash points between gas and diesel and stuff like that. I don't even know if you can hear me when I'm standing next to this damn thing. God, dang, that thing's loud. Ooh, it's got a bunch of carbohydrates. This will be the last I use this. We're going to bring up some stuff for the pinks, and then we're going to try and make some foods and see how that works out. I'm staying here because I don't want to miss anything. I'm afraid it's going to fall over the edge. Someone did say they were doing this on their boat, and this stuff here can fall through the floor, then fall into the ocean and be gone. I couldn't imagine, you know, like after all the time you spend gathering all that crud up, you know. Forgot some of this stuff here, I guess, huh? Okay, we're gonna have to organize this stuff too to things that are alike. Stay away from that dang thing. Holy cow! Oh my god. Anyway, if you're interested in stuff like that, it's actually pretty interesting. Fuels and stuff. Do 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 do. 5. I don't want to carry too much extra weight since I'm actually trying to haul things back and forth. I don't want extra weight on me. But I do need to recharge at some point. I am a robot after all. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo. 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 Ooh, it's dark out. Danger. It took a little bit of a hit there. All right. So I think that we're good over here. If we take, let's take all of this, take all of this, and take all of this. All right, now we come over here. Oh, that one's full. Okay. That's up there. We'll put this guy in here. Okay. Take these guys. And top this one off. Oh, it is topped off. Okay. Organized. We got some spares now. This guy needs to be fed into the grinder to give you nomenclature. So we got this guy. Not that I need to keep organized, but I don't know, it helps a little bit. Especially with these two things. These are the ones that have the bulk that you get. The bulk of it. Alright, so I got the food separated, I think. We got food. We'll grab the food first. This one and this one. Okay, and all the food out of there. Okay. Let's start with teddy bears and Tommies. What if I need a Tommy to get into a place? Video games. Should probably just grab the whole dang thing, huh? Whoop. $246. I'm like trying to get all specific with it. Oh, I'm just gonna grab the teddy bears one at a time. I'm hurt from jumping down like an idiot. Back it up. 12 minutes ago. Okay, we're gonna get attacked on our way over there and we can't run very fast, so let's turn on our lights, see if it'll keep some of them away. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Get away, get away. Back off, suckers. he got run over. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Okay, teddy time. Teddy bear time. If I had my little laughing dude, I would have clicked it right there. Water's filling up nice. 3 tanks full. I don't know if we need 4, but we can offset, spin them around, have them face that way, you know, so the cables all match up. All right, so we can start with the food here. And then everything else in here. Deposit all and give me that back. Okay. There we go. Perfecto. Looking good, like I know you should. Yeah, so what I was saying is I could make another set of 3 tanks just face, you know, this way. With the inlets facing each other. If we need more. And once we get closer, we can find that out. But this stuff down here shouldn't be drawing any power, and it's not. You see that the there's no water flowing and there's no electricity flowing. And flow is amperage. Pressure is volts. Quick little electrical thing. Everybody wants to know, what's the difference between amps and volts? Well, just think of amps. Amperage is the flow of the electricity. The volts is the existing pressure in the line. It's kind of a generic way of looking at it, but it's true. Okay, what do we have in here? We have 1 Endura growth, 14 high fats, 1 immune boost, mind surge, muscle fortification. Let's see. Can we organize this stuff is going to be the question. All right, so if we take out, what is this guy? Bioregulator, calcium. This is omega-3 and this is fat. So if we take out, let's take out anything that's not omega-3 or fat for now. What is that? Vitamin D. Okay. And this guy, omega-3 and fat. Let's put in, what do we got in here? Put in what we can. That's about it for that. Let's see what we can make. All right, this is Endura growth. We only have 1 of these. Okay. Bone fortify. Height, strength, weight, intellect, and life expectancy times 2. Build one of those guys. This is rare. Actually, you know what? I don't need this stuff in my inventory, do I? I don't think I need this stuff in my inventory. It should draw from here. And if it does, then I don't need to organize that stuff. I know that, I think I know that because it's showing all the stuff that I wasn't holding. Oh, look at that. It's like a sponge in there. Endura growth. We have 2 Endura growth now. All right. Let's make some special stuff like this guy. The Ultimate Genesis. 1,250 liters of water. Takes 4 minutes to make that. This one takes 36 seconds, 36, 14. High fat. Hyper evolution. Build one of those guys. That's rare, uncommon, common, rare. Mitochondrial surge. Let's build one of those guys. That's uncommon, rare. Nanite infusion. This stuff's going to take forever. Build one of those. That's going to be like 3 to 4 minutes for each of those. That's fine. As long as they all stay in the bucket. All right, so our goal here was to get water flowing and store. It was to get electricity flowing and stored. So we have those 4 and a 5th one up there. So we have 5 medium batteries. We have some stuff here to actually build stuff with. We've ground down a lot of vitamins and minerals, right? I don't need to organize these things, so it'll just pull it out however it wants. And we've got containers for goo we can drop off. I can bring the other memories up. Let's do that. Let's bring the other memories up while we're here. I think we did pretty good. Like, you know, my goal was to do all those things I was just saying. Get water going. Get electricity down here and, you know, stored. So if however long it takes to make a human, we're going to need water and electricity for that amount of time, however long that is. Now, the thing that has got me worried here is that one thing needed a Tommy to get in. So I'm thinking about leaving a teddy bear and leaving Tommy here for now. Just in case, right? Why not? Bring anything else? I didn't bring any rare stuff up in there yet. I think we'll do that when it's needed. It's not that long of a trip back and forth. Oh, you know what the other thing was? You know, I said the boat was really slow, and dude, it was down for some reason to like 57, and I repaired it, and then when I came over here, it was down in the 50s again. Now, I don't know if these things are like vibrating coils of doom, but something was hurting my boat. And I don't know if that back thing is like hurting the boat. Something seemed a little hinky on that trip. You'll see it the next time we go somewhere. We'll monitor obviously what our kilometers per hour is, but also if the ship is just taking random damage. I don't know what would have caused. I mean, I literally repaired it, drove here and docked, and it was back down to 57, like I got attacked by a land shark or something, you know? All right, so we got plenty of memories for these fools. Video games and teddy bears and the art of war. I mean, I really don't know what else you need. Okay. And then we're making some food for them. Slowly, but we're making food. Hyper evolution. This stuff here is height, intellect, life expectancy, weight, and strength. So it's like, I think there's like numbers that you have to get. Like, you need your person to be a certain height and weight and life expectancy. And then maybe those numbers there, they have to get like, we need 30 height or 5 height and 2 life expectancy and 30 strength, something like that. I don't know if it tells us somewhere. Acquire Hall of Humanity authorization. We already did that. See, like, if you look in here, there's like the food. Then you look in this thing, there's the teddy bear, the guitar, and the C programming manual, not the C++. And that's not your grade in high school. Take it easy. How's that water doing? The water's doing fine over there. I think these things that we're making right now, well, no, I'm not seeing water flow in there. I thought they were saying they needed a lot of water, but maybe not. But you can see when it needs it, it kicks on the power and flows the water. We have dropped a little bit. Now we're going back up. That works pretty good. Again, no reason. Well, I take that back. I was going to say no reason to do this on the boat, but we need water at the rocket facility. Now, my question would be this then, if that's the case, the water pump. If we have a low dock, a regular dock, and we put that down, does it drop a line into the water on its own? Did I even unlock the pump? Let's see. I've never used the search feature. We have water tank, water purifier, water hose, water that. I don't think we unlocked a pump. Did we? Or that would be interesting if there isn't a pump to unlock and you got to use existing ones. If that's the case, then I'll need to use the pump on the boat and make water on the boat and transfer it at the rocket site. There's no search feature here. Why would the water pump be way down here? It's not. Water pump is like long and short, like, you know, kind of like this is long and short. So is there not a water pump? That's actually very interesting if it's not. I actually don't see one, but it could be right in front of my face. But because I didn't see it in the other one, it should be one of these here. These blocked out thingies. Can there be no water pump? They give you one on the boat. They give you 4 here. Oh, I unlocked this thing. Just between last episode and this one. Look what it says. A small metal step that can be mounted for surface climbing instead of making those stupid blocks. Right? I can make my own little ladder now. And it just takes iron. How cool is that? I think it's cool. Oh, what's that? Mitochondrial surge. What does that give you? Height 20, life... Wow. Okay, so mitochondrial surge is high on life expectancy. The other ones were like 2. Let's see, what's this one? 3, 1... 1, 6, 6, 2, 8, 2, 5, and 12. 28 strength. That's some pretty good stuff for life expectancy, height, strength, not necessarily intellect and weight. It makes you a tall, skinny dude that lives a long time, but not very smart. Apparently. I mean, that's what it says. It's not my words. How much more are we building in here? At least 2 things. We got this guy, the nanite infusion, and the ultimate genesis. Life expectancy 40. Wow. So there's apparently doctors, like 4 different types of engineers, or 5 or 6 or whatever. You know, there's everyday walks of life type of people, but you need some doctors, you need some engineers, you need some leaders, and I would think you want to do try and do the highest life expectancy on like the really good engineer or the really good doctor or something. I would think. I'm just guessing. All right, what else do we need to do here? Did we do everything that we wanted to do? We wanted to get set up so we could make food. We wanted to store the bio here, but we don't need to really store it because we just convert it and start making the food. We got the memories here, right? We've got stuff here to craft in there if we need to make more stuff. Made the power. We didn't have to expand any power, luckily, at least not yet. But I did make 4 battery banks. So now we have 5 medium cells. We got water storage. We got food and all that working. Pretty good. So before I make like Lazarus pod, right? I think we have to finish that mission before Lazarus pods are unlocked. Or are they? I've got all the foods, the different foods unlocked. Lazarus pod, I would think, would be pretty far down here. Maybe not. Maybe they're not called Lazarus pods. They are called Lazarus pods. Well, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we have to do that seed. We have to find a seed first, which is this guy. This guy's been here since we headed toward the crude oil platform. Seeds of the future. Locate a seed vault. This one here, Echoes from the Grave. This one popped up when we were up there. Explore the submerged Norfolk grave to uncover the secrets of the seed vault. See, I think we need to do this one first. Within the deteriorating structure of the Norfolk grave lies vital information about humanity's final hope, the seed vault. Navigate carefully, uncover hidden data, and retrieve its secrets. I think that is going to show us where to go to this one. Reach the top of an unlisted tower. It's something different. Final room of that maze. This one we have to go down inside that, oh my god, that other tube. And then Project Jonah, we have to go to the Omega platform and play with sharks, which should be a good episode. Yeah, I wanted to make... So, as far as stuff we can make, I think I unlocked everything. So, I've never made a sniper rifle. And I haven't got any information one way or the other about, hey, this is better than this. This is like the best. This is obviously the best against outright biomechanical, more mechanical, like the angels, the archangels, the roller balls, and those shark. I wonder if this would do good with some good ammo. High impact rounds for armored targets and versatile use. Tracer rounds with fire damage. So that would kind of have the effect of a rifle and a flamethrower. Short circuiting rounds for electrical and non-living targets. Well, there you go. So you got, just like our grenades. Think about the grenades, right? We use fire grenades on the pretty much bio stuff, right? We use the electric grenades on the mechanical armored dudes. So I wouldn't want to use the sniper rifle against the bio stuff unless I was just trying to keep my distance. I would use the flamethrower. But so forget about the fire for right now. But if we use rifle short circuiting rounds for electrical non-living targets. Huh. That sounds like what we want, right? Let's make sure that we have all the bullets unlocked and I'm pretty sure I have we have a suppressor barrel. We have all the attachments unlocked. We have the grenades, decoy deployment pod. That's like you can, if you're getting attacked by sharks, like a laser shark, I think you can send this out in the water and the shark will attack it and you can start shooting it. I think that's how that works. Distracts hostile forces by emitting a simulated heat signature and acoustic noise. Okay, I'm just looking for anything down here. Sniper rod. Long range, underwater capable kinetic rounds. Ooh, that is interesting. Okay. Well, let's go to the boat and see if we can make a sniper rifle. It's going to take some of our rare stuff. All right, we got a new nanite infusion here, which is height and intellect. So you combine, look, life expectancy, weight, and strength is low. You combine this with this. See, intellect and weight is low here. This has low weight. We need something with a high weight. So you see, that's what I'm thinking. We look at something like 8, 1, looking at weight 3, 1, 6. Yeah, so muscle fortification and these two together, you might make some kind of superhuman. How much time on this guy? 252. All right, let's go make a sniper rifle. I'm just curious. Oh, you know what else I'm curious about? What does it take to make those rounds? Because if it does take like titanium and stuff, that's going to be a problem. They're only uncommon. They're not rare. The Sniper Lux and the Sniper Rod are the rare ones. This one takes carbon fiber. Precision rounds for high-value targets with superior penetration. That would work good against those laser roller balls. I think we'll try everything. And this guy is the titanium and carbon. This is like the bullet to rule them all. Because look, 2 carbon fiber and 1 titanium just to make 1? Is that right? Anyway, these guys here, plastic, aluminum, and iron. I think we're good. Actually, aluminum, not really. I don't know. I don't know how good our aluminum is, but that other stuff, we should be able to make a bunch of rounds for that. And I have some, I doubt I have any good rounds, but let's make the sniper rifle. I don't think I made one yet. Build. Oh, do that first. See, it's bumping these above the sniper rifle. Why would you need a cooling radiator on a bolt sniper? Build 5. Oh, 5 is 150. Okay. Yeah, but remember when I made 150 on that other gun and it took all 150 to kill a regular shark? It wasn't good. That thing should disappear. I think. Oh no, it probably grabbed one from the other thing. Progress bar. Look at that little tiny sniper in there. Hello, little fella. Okay. Storage. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got going here. So, it's got an optical sight on it. I think they say that if you put a red dot on there, it has more damage. Not like I'm going to be ADSing anyway, you know? Now here's how I did it before. I don't know if I have another optic sight, but I thought I made one of everything. And then you can see what fits on there. So we've got up here, we've got a stabilizing barrel. We've got a suppressor barrel. We've got an extended barrel. We got a breacher and a red dot and 2 breacher barrels. See, I think that oh, 5-round BMG magazine. Wonder if I could put what goes in here? Nothing. Put the red dot on there. So they may have changed this, but there was a Reddit post that said you get 0.1 more damage. Like 0.1 doesn't sound like a lot, but this is 0.2 damage. This is 0.3, something like that extra. So you're better off running the red dot sight than... Okay, nothing there. That's got to be maybe a laser sight. What about here? Possibly a laser sight for the other side? What? Nothing there? What are all these slots? So, stabilizing barrel, suppressor barrel, barrel extender, which is rare. I would think a barrel extender would give us like more velocity, right? They didn't fix the oh. They didn't fix the movement. You remember I said they fixed the sensitivity when you're in your binos. They didn't fix it. Look, I have 202 of those guys. And then this is... Got some 250 of the rifle trace. Oh my god, look, we have 50 of the... Wow, this is a 12.7. So if you don't know what a 12.7 is, 12.7 is the European version. It's a 50 cal. That's a 50 BMG. That's a regular magazine. So we only have a 5-shot magazine. See any sharks around? Man, it's so can you see how sloppy it is? Okay, so that's 352 rounds. Now, okay, first off, you see how the boat is moving right now? Like sickly? See how it's stabilized a little bit more? I had 2 more on here before and it was like almost dead still. But this is a pretty good wave. Look at that wave, those waves coming in. You're like, yeah, dude, it's totally dark out there. What are you talking about? But those stabilizers work. I don't know how much power they've been. They've just been sitting here pulling power the whole time, but it should be good. Yeah, we're still good. We're at 99.4%. Whoa! Look at that wave. See? If I didn't have this, dude, did you see that wave? It was higher than the deck. You can see a little bit out there, right? Look at that wave. And you see how the ship's not really rocking and rolling? Those stabilizers work really good. But they draw a metric butt ton of power. Alright, Pico grid scan. See, this is like just my boat. My Typhoon, you can see my Cyclones and Typhoons up front here. Water pumps. Yeah, this is just my boat. It's cool and all, but... Now, if you look at that, all those little things is loot that I haven't gotten, and I honestly thought I looted this whole place. That should be loot that I haven't gotten over here. I don't know where the heck that is, unless it's underwater or something. You guys see any sharks around? Take some pop shots at these fools. Dude, those waves are huge. The swells? Look at that. You know, if I put those on, I could, on their own little switch, I could just hit the button to shut them off when I don't need them. There's no reason to pull another 16 kilowatts when you're not doing anything. I don't see any sharks around. Wasted on one of these guys. We're going to see the accuracy on this because the other accuracy is off. The other one, you got to aim in the top of the top thingy. Probably doing it on the boat's not the best idea. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Get away from me. Dude, these fools. The sun's not going to come out with that storm. Alright, we're just about done here, you guys. I thought I would take a pop shot at a shark to see if that thing's any good. I know I did hear early on, you know, someone said, oh my god, the electric rifle, charge it up and it one-shots things. I'm like, well, I haven't seen that. So, you know, you take some of that info with a grain of salt. There we go. There's the last, like, this is the ultimate here. 50 height, 50 intellect, 10 strength, 40 life expectancy. And that on its own is, like, really good. I won't use that until I figure out actually how to do these things. Okay, let's drop that. Drop that. Whoops. Little cube. Fat and Omega, as usual. Okay, how much does our rifle weigh? 20 kilos. See, that's what I thought. See, it says it weighs 20 kilos and almost 20 kilos of ammo. So we're at 20% weight right now. If we get rid of that, yeah, we're at 11. I guess that did make a difference when I took off those other guns. Huh. It didn't seem like it did, but I guess it did. It just allowed me to carry more junk up here. What do you guys think? I think we did pretty good here this episode. There was actually a lot done. This is exactly the kind of thing I did over there. So I owed you an episode like this because I didn't show you the crude oil. Crude oil was simpler. It was a line from the crude to the processor and 2 lines out, diesel and gas. So wasn't as, I'm not gonna say this was complicated, but it wasn't as much stuff that we had to do. Oh yeah. You know, so these are I have 2. They gave me 2 Lazarus pods here. I think that, can I pick this up? I can't put this in my inventory, but what I'm thinking is take one of these with me. And I think if you put the seed inside a pod, I think we should take a pod with us. If you put a seed inside a pod, it may last longer. Maybe. I have no idea. I'm guessing. But I'm going to take one with me. Just in case. Since they gave me a free one. 2 free ones. Lazarus pod. Now, you should be able to hook onto this thing with your, you should be able to hook onto that thing with your gyro and fly it. Is that going to stay there? Dude. Huh. Why do I have a bad feeling that thing's gonna go somewhere that we don't want it to go? Alright, let's do one last look for sharks. Or, you know, we blew up one of those mines with one charged shot of the other gun. We could shoot at a mine too. I don't see anything. All right, let's test the what? Get out of here, dude. Let's test the accuracy of the red dot. So we're gonna do line up the bottom line with the bottom of that. Yeah, it's pretty good. I got the bottom line lined up with that cross piece. Yeah, if anything, it shoots just a hair low. Okay. I think we're good. Come on, let's see. Let's check the reload. Out of sniper lux. Dude! Was I oh my god, I was shooting the wrong... How do you load this? Edit magazine, clear bolt sniper. do you... Are these bullets for that other gun? I'm thinking these bullets are for that other gun. Because they're short. Ah, they're 7.62. It says right there. All you gotta do is look at the damn screen. These are 7.62s. These are for the other gun. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. We got it. No worries. No worries. I was just shooting like 5 pieces of titanium, goofing around. So... This gun, the bolt rifle, that's going to shoot these guys and the fire bullets and all that. And then the snipers are just these ultra rare ones. All right, makes sense. It's all right. We can deal with that. I think what I'm going to do then in that case is, this thing's too heavy. What's in here? Bunch of junk. Give me this guy. There we go. 30-round magazine. Let's see here. Okay, it's got a 30-round magazine in it. It's got a suppressor barrel on it. It's got a red dot. This looks like a foregrip or something. Edit bottom of rifle. Looks like a foregrip should go in there. And then, I don't know what goes there. Okay. Rifle slam, huh? Is that what those things are called? No. Organize? No. How do you change ammo? There's got to be a way to change ammo. Let's see. Switch ammo. F. Ha ha! Figured it out. All right, we got a 30 rounds here of that. We got an extra rifle mag. I don't think we need an extra rifle mag. I think it kind of automatically loads itself. Let's test the accuracy on this guy then. Seems like it shoots just a little bit low. Just a hair low. Nothing like that other one. The electric rifle. Maybe they fixed it. Maybe they patched the sighting system. Well, we can try this with this ammo. It might take a whole lot of rounds. Either way, I think that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it was different than everything else, but this is the stuff that a lot of people wanted to see, and that I kept kind of just doing it on my own because I wasn't sure the majority wanted to see it. Luckily for you, the only other thing that I kind of need to reproduce something, again, not as the complicated's not the word, but as you know, like this, is going to be the rocket fuel. We already did the diesel and gas. Now we've got the food production and water here. Then we're going to have to do O2, methane, water, all that stuff over at the rocket facility. But I think our best bet in the next episode is we're going to do these quests. At least those first 2, which is we're going to go to Echoes of the Grave, see what we can do here, and then we're going to go try and get a seed, and then we're going to come back here and do this thing. And once we do that, that should, if I can actually grow a human, I think we take it over there to the rocket site, and it should allow me to get up there. Then we can start thinking about building the rocket site. Yeah, sounds good to me. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. See you guys next time.